employees. We all do understand that there is a traffic backup and we do have some members missing, but I think we have enough to get started, so. 7 members, okay. So once again, good morning. Excuse me. I'd like to call the Forest Preserve District of Will County Operations Committee meeting to order. And if we would all like to stand, and I would like to ask Director Denise Steffens if you would like to lead us in the pledge this morning.
To the flag, States of America, to the republic, which stands,
Thank you. Roll call, Lisa, please.
Dean Schlottman. Here. Balich. Williams. Coleman. Freeman. Here. Berkowitz. Trainier. Pretzel. Here. Van Dyne.
Here.
Also present, Treasurer Newquist. We have 7. We have a quorum.
Thank you. Looking for a motion to approve the operations minutes of October 3rd, 2024. We do have a motion and second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Dean Schlottman. Balich. Williams. Coleman. Freeman. Berkowitz. Trainier. Yes. Pretzel.
Yes.
Van Dyne.
Yes.
We have 7 approved. Minutes passed.
7-0, motion carries. Thank you. We have no old business listed. Is there anyone wanting to bring up any old business? Any commissioners, old business? Seeing none. Okay. New business. Starting with number 1, award of contract in the amount of $160,908.20 to Natural Resource Management Incorporated out of Beecher, Illinois for overseeding and ecological management at Fort Creek Preserve. Is there a motion? Motion, second. Previous roll. Second, Williams. Any discussion or questions on that item? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Number 2, approval of task order number 2404 in the amount of $53,800 to Strands Associates of Joliet, Illinois for engineering services related to the rehabilitation of the Old Plank Road Trail from Schoolhouse in New Lenox to Washington Street. Motion, Pretzel. Second. Previous. And a second. Questions? All those in favor, I say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That motion will carry. Number 3, approval of a request to seek professional engineering service proposals for Hidden Lakes Trout Farm improvements.
Motion, Trinier.
Previous. And second. Discussion. Jackie Trinier, good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Chair Van Dyne. I wanted to ask the executive director about this project. I'm aware of our current challenges, and I read that it's a hydrological study. So can you maybe expand on that? Because I'm not a hydro person.
Okay, sure. So as many of you have probably heard, the lakes out at the trout farm are artificial. They are, at one time, they were filled with water from a pipe from the quarry that's north of the DuPage River. However, that was cut off, and they had been being filled with a groundwater well. The groundwater well cannot keep up, and the water seeps into the earth and then back out to the river. So what we're challenged with is when it's hot and dry, and there's quite a bit of transpiration of the water from the lakes themselves, the lake levels go down, it damages the ecosystem. People can't fish. The fish themselves can't breathe. So this is going to address some of that, and we're going to take a look at ways in which we can keep those lakes full, aside from the groundwater well. Earlier this summer, we experimented and we filled the well with a pump from the DuPage River, which is right on the north-hand side of the property. And so that worked, and within just about 1 week, we had 3 of the 4 lakes completely filled. And so we think that's our solution. But in order to get a better understanding of what's really going on with the water and the cycling, we just wanted to do this study. And there's a number of other things that are included in there as well.
I saw that, and I don't know anything about hydrological studies or what the
Okay.
cost is, but I saw we got a grant. I saw you're looking at exploring some options for vehicle parking, which I know from time to time can be really a little tight down there. A
Right.
lot tight.
Yeah.
And the new shelter and bike racks, although I will say it's not a place I like to bike to because, well, that hill going down there is a mother to come back up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is why I want you to build that, why we're working on that sidewalk on Weber, that trail on Weber, because coming back up that way is
Yeah.
not really easy.
Pretty brutal.
Okay, all right. So I didn't realize that's how we were getting the water.
Mhm.
So did you say you were getting it from the quarry or from the river and pumping it into the well?
Years ago, it was from the quarry. However, that line was cut. We took it from the river this summer.
Enough water in that river to keep us going even in the dry season? Because I know the Lily Cache Creek is damn near dead when.
That's part of the study. But I believe so. When we filled it, it was pretty hot and dry. And so there was enough water for us to get there. We did have
No,
to
we didn't
move
get
the
the
intake.
fourth lake though. We never got the last lake filled. So was
Right.
it because we ran out of water or?
It was partially filled, and then we said, because that lake was kind of, I'll say, so far gone, we really wanted to concentrate on the first 3.
So are we dredging that fourth one?
That may be part of the solution, yeah.
Okay, so from the study,
We'll know what we're going to do. So
Got it.
we'll do the study, and then we'll come back and we'll say, okay, this is the recommendation of the engineers.
okay. Yeah, because I'm wondering, like, does it make sense to dredge it and reline it with some super clay or something?
It could. That could
Or
be.
just give it up and not have it?
Right. And that, I think those are two sides of that. Yeah.
Okay, all right, just wondering what we were looking to find out. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Mhm.
Okay, good question, good discussion. Any other comments on that item? Oh, I didn't write down. We do have a second previous, so all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? I'm sorry, let me back up. Dan, do you have a comment on that item on 3? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see your light.
I'm sorry.
We got him.
So in this study, are they going to consider the fact that if because in one of the earlier meetings, they were talking about all the PFAS that was in the displays, are we going to be spreading that to our lakes?
Well, we're already in the floodplain, so anything that's in that river is in our lakes.
Oh,
So
Good? Okay. Any other questions, comments on item number 3? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Number 4, permission to bid 2025 ecological management contracts at various preserves.
Second team slot.
previous.
Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion carries. And lastly, permission to advertise for a real estate manager.
Second team slot.
Second, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? That motion will carry. No need for executive session this morning. No actions to follow. After everyone reviews all the reports, are there any questions for staff on any of the reports? No questions. Great. Great reports. Next meeting date scheduled for Thursday, January 2nd, 2025 at 9 a.m. right here at this building. Is there any comments by the public? Anyone from the public wishing to speak at all? No? Okay. Comments by commissioners? Pretty silent this morning. All right. Who would like to make a motion to adjourn? We have a first and second. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, everybody, and have a great morning.
One minute. I'd like to call the Forest Preserve Finance Committee meeting for Thursday, November 7th to order today at 9:25. And Joe, could I have you lead us in the pledge? To the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I have a roll call, please?
Ogala, Butler, Williams, Winfrey, Logan, Revis, Ortiz, Costa, Richmond,
Here.
and also present Treasurer Newcrest and President Parker. We have 7, we have a quorum.
Excellent. All right. First item up today is the schedule of bills in the amount of $1,239,012.78. Can I get a motion? Roll call, please.
Ogala, Butler, Williams, Winfrey, Logan, Revis, Ortiz, Costa, Richmond.
Yes,
We have 7, schedule of bills pass.
excellent. Number 3, approval of minutes for the Finance Committee meeting, minutes on October 3rd, 2024. Can I get a motion? Previous discussion? Previous Denise and second Mark? All right, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item up is old business. First item up is approval of appropriations and budget ordinance number 659 for fiscal year 2025. Can I get a motion? Okay. Do we get it? Yep. You got it? Okay, all right. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 2 has, looks like 2, 4, 6 items attached to it. So first off, I'll need an approval of ordinance approval of 2024 levies to support the Forest Preserve District of Will County. We just go with just A then. I can go with A, ordinance number 660, audit levy 2024. Can I get a motion? Okay, you two ladies can fight it out. Who wants what? Oh, we need a roll call for this then. All right. Yes, Dan.
Are we on old business?
So we're on old business, number 2.
Okay,
Letter A.
so, mine's not saying that, so I'm just gonna grab a,
Absolutely.
You're down here, Dan.
Hey, Dan, they're right here. All right. So we'll let you grab one of those. All right. I think we have a roll call, please.
Ogala,
Yes.
Butler,
yes.
Williams, Winfrey, Logan, Revis, Ortiz, Costa, Richmond.
Yes.
We have 8.
Okay. Next item up is 2B, ordinance number 661, liability levy for 2024. Can I get a motion?
Motion O'Gala.
Previous? Any discussion or that? Previous? Winfrey, okay. And second for Logan? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item up is number 2C, ordinance number 662, IMRF levy for 2024. Can I get a motion? Discussion? Previous?
What is that?
2C we're on. Need a second. Okay. All in favor?
No, well, he is, I'm not.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item up is 2D, ordinance number 663, FICA levy 2024. Can I get a motion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is 2E, ordinance number 664, corporate levy for 2024. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Last one, item 2F, ordinance number 665, C and D levy for 2024. Can I get a motion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Next item is new business. Approval of resolution number 24-20 granting permission to accept the transfer of parcel SUXPO or P0A1 from the county of Will. Can I get a motion? Discussion, Jackie?
I just wanted to ask a question. I take Rowell Avenue,
Mhm.
but looking at the map, sometimes I get a little confused about where we are.
Yeah.
I thought there were houses there.
There is a house on the lot next door to this. So this is an empty lot just, I guess it would be east and north of that house.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? I do have a second, so all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 2, approval of resolution number 24-21, accepting the donation of a plus or minus 9.5 acre parcel adjacent to the Fittyman Creek Preserve. Can I get a motion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 3, approval of resolution number 24-22, authorizing staff to initiate negotiations on parcels contained in the 2025 to 2030 capital improvement program. Can I get a motion? Okay, Mark, discussion?
Yeah, so this is obviously a part of the 2025 CIP program. And so it reads as though there's an additional 22 parcels being added to the original list of 22, plus 3 remaining for, what was it, the preservation opportunities.
Those are donations.
Donations, yeah.
Yeah, that is correct. So there's 22 outstanding properties that were included in the 2020 program. So those are being carried over because the goals for those acquisitions are still consistent with the goals of the land acquisition program. But to that, we are adding an additional 22 parcels. So there's a total of 44, and then the 3 donations.
44 and 3 donations.
Yeah.
And do those ebb, or are they different from the original map that you had provided where it was zoned out? You
Mhm.
remember that was a few months ago?
Yeah.
Or are now they rolled into one map?
So they're all rolled into one. And so there is a map in there
I've
that
got
will
it.
show those, show the locations of all of those. Yep, that's the one.
And so this is a new map. This is our first time seeing this map where the 20, I'm sorry, what was the last one that just?
2020 and the
2020 to 2024.
Right,
Now
and
this
then-
is the 2025 to 2030, all combined into one.
correct.
It's our first time seeing it all combined into one, or?
Well, you saw it before when we presented the land preservation program, and the areas were shown on that map. What I explained at the time then was that accounted for about 12,000 acres. We don't have the funds to buy 12,000 acres. We don't want to buy 12,000 acres. But so this is a subset of those that are ones that are key to us moving forward.
And this is that, and that equals 3,800 about. and
Give or
some change.
take, yeah.
And that is the 2025 through 2030 included in that 3,800, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
That's everything in the 3,800. Now, what I will also say is we do not expect to acquire 3,800
Yep, I
acres
remember
because
that.
we don't have the funds for that as well. But what we want to do is start with a pool of properties because some of those individuals we just won't be able to come to terms with some,
Sure.
and that's okay.
So, and I might be early in asking this question, but like, have we been to the point where a market analysis has been done on these particular parcels yet, or will that come as we're about to acquire?
That's what you're doing right now with the permission to negotiate. That triggers for us our due diligence. The first thing we do is get appraisals, which is your market analysis.
Got it.
Yeah, so we have appraisals on some of these properties. We'll have to update. On some other ones, we do not have appraisals on. So as we move forward with an individual property, this action by the committee and then the board next week will allow us to get all of that background information.
Understood. And so I'm asking these questions because as we have talked about before, this 2025 to 2030 capital improvement program is going to be a reoccurring thing. right, over the next 2+ years.
Yeah.
And there's going to be projects coming in all the time, and I
Mhm.
want to make sure we're all following the story and we know what's up.
Yep.
So we can expect market analysis.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's not a good word, but to
Appraisal.
be
Yeah.
presented in front of us as we go, one at a time, or we can expect that
What
to
we
come?
do is when we get to a point where we are doing permission to acquire, that's a point at which those appraisals, the appraisal data, you don't get the entire giant appraisal with everything in it. That's just, I think, maybe a little bit too much information. What you get is what the appraiser said the value of each of those properties was. That's listed in one of the reports that you will get with each individual property. And then you'll also get a negotiation history. So you'll see how we went back and forth with an individual owner. Sometimes that's protracted. You know, there's 7, 8, 9 different conversations, offers back and forth. Other times we make an offer, they accept it, it's done.
Got it. So I guess I have 3 more questions. The other one is, like Exhibit A, it's all the parcels are laid out just like you have, but that's only the 22. Can we get one with all 44?
There should be 2 sides to that sheet. There should be 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that backside is the additional 22?
Yes. So, and the labeling there, so some start with the letter P, that's previous. Some start with the letter N, that's new.
Got it. And D, donation.
Correct.
Nice. Thank you for that.
Mhm.
My next question was, time frame
Mhm.
on this? What's like the next, trigger in the timeline?
So it takes us about 60 days to get a appraisal, and then we can start to initiate those discussions with the landowners. You will, during that time, some may come in sooner. We're already still working on some other projects. Those might come back to you as well. So I would say over the course of the next 90 days, you'll start to see items coming back to you from us with recommendations.
Excellent, thank you. And then, last time we were voting on the sale of these bonds,
Mhm.
it was indicated to the Board of Commissioners that the president, the finance chair, operations chair, and yourself would sell those bonds or determine when and if. Has that process been done yet?
So that process took place in October, and I have a report that I'm going to share with you.
I'm looking forward to the report. Thank you.
Okay, Jackie?
Yes, I just have a question about the map. I want to make sure I understand it. I get the donation, I
Okay.
get the new, well, I guess I should clarify. The
Okay.
22 new properties.
Yes,
Are they the pink ones or the white hatched ones?
they are the pink ones.
Okay, I just want to
And
make
the-
sure I understood
The
it
white
correct.
hatched areas are those areas that were the focus in the preservation
Right.
program.
That's what I want to make sure I was looking at it and I understood it. Now, where it says previous preservation opportunity,
Mhm.
what does that mean? Is that still something we want to acquire?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. So that's something you've previously given us permission to negotiate on.
Gotcha.
So,
So we have new and previous is basically what we're looking at.
correct.
Now I got the map. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh. All right, any other questions? Can I get a previous? All in favor?
Guess I.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 3, approval of resolution number 24-22, authorizing staff to initiate negotiations on, oh, we did?
That's all we just.
Oh, s-
But I do, Jim,
all right,
we have an update on the bonds.
okay, all right, well, then it's Ralph's floor. You want to do that now?
I can do it now because
Well, we don't have any executive
Okay.
session, so we can,
We can skip that.
yeah, well, let's just, yeah, go.
Okay.
The floor is yours, Ralph.
All right. So I wanted to update the committee, and I'll do the same report at the full board for the board to hear as well. But we had a very fortunate bond sale. We hit the market on, October the 16th at 10 a.m. and we offered $45.34 million in bonds. Wells Fargo is our underwriter, so Wells Fargo was representing us in that bond sale. We closed on that sale 2 hours later with orders that exceeded $290 million. So there was a lot of interest in our bonds. What that did was the strong interest from those buyers enabled Wells Fargo to negotiate what they call the credit spread, the difference between the value of the bond to the bond buyer and what the value of the market is. What they were able to do with that was reduce that credit spread. That creates a savings to taxpayers in the long run. Buyers also pay what's called a premium for the guaranteed rate of the bond. So our bonds are guaranteed to pay out at 5%, regardless of what the market does. So if the market goes to 3%, we're paying 5. If the market goes to 8, we're only paying 5. So we're paying a guaranteed rate. What they are doing is locking in that interest rate for the period or the duration of the value of the bond. So in our case, we sold 20-year bonds. Most of our investors are institutional in nature. So they're a variety, but mostly institutional. The par value of the bonds, that $45.34 million, plus the premium that they paid for the guaranteed rate of 5%, netted a project fund of $5 million. So in other words, 50 million. What did I say? 5 million? Yeah, 50. Yeah, that would be a bad sale if that happened. So $50 million, which is the program value that we've been talking about for the CIP. So the bonds we sold a little bit lower, but we still get the same amount of dollars for the capital improvement program. The closing on that, so just like if you made an offer on a house and you have a closing, bond sales are the same way. They made an offer. We close on those on the 14th of November, so next week after the board meeting. Those funds are then deposited. We use Old National Bank as our depository, and then they will be under our control and then under Lisa's direction and mine as well as far as investing. But right now, it'll all go to Old National. If we choose to move that to other institutions, which we have in some cases, we would be letting you know through our investment reports. So that's, and the last I will say is that all of these bonds are callable. That would normally devalue the bond because I'm saying we're guaranteeing you that 5%, but guess what? You bought a 20-year bond in 5 years, I may cash it in. I may refinance that, and you may lose your guaranteed the next 15 years if we do that. That's just an option that we do to give you, the board, a little bit of latitude as managing the debt of the organization. So if you so choose to do that, you could do that, in which case you can decide to lower that tax rate, pushing the bond value out, or you could secure additional funding at that time, just like you would maybe in refinancing your house. Mm-hmm.
So my question is, when you talk about that, the only reason we would want to do something like that, refinance, would be if the interest rates went back down to 0 again, correct? And this is just an option that we put in there for our own financial gain.
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
that's exactly correct. So you would do that if the bond market became a little bit more, I'll say, weighted to our favor.
Mm-hmm.
You might want to do that.
Right. Okay. I just want to make sure I understood it. Thank you.
Any other questions, Mark?
So it looks like there was a total of $5 million paid in premium, basically.
Yeah, a little bit.
So does that mean that that's about a 10% premium that they were? I think that's right.
Give or take.
A little
yeah,
less?
almost a little bit less. Yeah.
Did we get to decide what the premium was, or was that
Well, that's the
market
good-
and then the bond salesman?
Yes. Yeah. So what you're doing is you're offering your 5%. They call it a coupon, your 5% coupon. The market's constantly fluctuating, from 2.2 to 2.4. You hear about it on the business news and you don't maybe pay so much attention to it.
Like the federal funds rate,
yeah,
right?
exactly. So that's going to go up and down daily. And then that spread is the difference between what it would cost them or what they could earn if they bought a T-bill, a
Treasury
government
note.
treasury, versus a forest preserve bond. So that's the difference. And so as that fluctuates, then where that difference, I guess, is what was our negotiating room. So we could say, hey, we got $290 million worth of orders. Are you sure you still want to be in if we knock a point off? So we can do things like that in that spread.
And so we're locked in though at that interest rate. So it's the total is still going to be at that 5.5%.
It's not 5.5.
It's
That
5.
was the max.
Got it.
Yeah, we brought it down to 5.
Okay, half a point. All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
Any other questions? Oh, Sherry?
Yeah, this is more of a comment than a question. I like that it's callable. When you first said, 5% locked in at 20 years, I was like, oh my God. I mean, we should get a hefty premium for that.
Yeah.
But I think that's a really good move on the callable because it does give us, much more flexibility if the
Yes.
bond market significantly changes while bringing in a premium for the 5 years, I would have to imagine. So good job. Thank you.
Okay.
Options are always good. So, anything, that was it then, Ralph? You got anything else? Okay. We have no need for executive session. Everybody had a chance to look at the reports. Any questions on those? Seeing none. Public comments, anybody here from the public? Anything online? Anybody here from the public? Seeing nothing? All right, our next meeting is going to be Thursday, January 2nd, 2025, immediately following the Operations Committee meeting, but no later than 9:15 a.m. Here at the county building. Any comments from commissioners? Oh, yes, Jackie.
I just had a question really for Ralph. I tend to text him when I'm out and about on the weekends and I see something that shouldn't be where it is. Is there like somebody else I should be sending this information to? Because if you just let me know who that is, I'm sure all of us when we're out and about see different things that, and
Yeah.
just wondering if you
You-
wanted me to text someone else.
It's probably best that you either text me or Tracy because we can kind of then push it out to where it
Okay.
belongs.
I'll get Tracy's number too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just not after 11 o'clock at night, right? Is that it?
Yeah.
Not after 11 o'clock.
Yeah, unless you don't want an answer until the morning. That would be it for it.
Yeah. Mark?
Yes. A few meetings ago, we talked about a new sign at, I think, Lake Renwick, right?
It's part of our capital improvement program. Yeah.
What's the status of that? I'm sorry, I can't remember.
It has not been fabricated at this time. So the signage that you approved was part of a capital improvement program. So that just kind of allowed us to then go out and have the designers begin to work on that. So it may not come back to you for many months with an award of contract.
Okay. I drove by it. I don't think it's that damaged. And it didn't seem like it was in the worst of shape. So I just wanted the record to
It's-
reflect that.
Okay, because you couldn't drive past the signage that were.
So I must have a different sign in mind then?
Yeah, it's not on the outside of the preserve or the entrance. These are signs that are on the interior and help the interpreters tell the story of Lake Renwick.
Got it. Thank you for the clarification. So the signs on the outside are fine and we have no plans to improve those?
No.
I was going to say, from the eye test, they looked like they were just fine. So good to know that I had a misunderstanding of what signs they were. So I look forward to when that comes forward again. If you could maybe remember about that when it comes up, just because I'm interested in it. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, so I have a question,
Oh,
and I'll recognize myself.
okay.
So we've had conversations with the folks regarding the bike pass, and that's in, my district or
Yes.
that.
Yes.
How is that going? Because I'm still getting phone calls and emails on that, and if I could just have I'm sure others might want to know the update too.
We just met with Camber again on October 19th, and we're just moving along. We're trying to agree on paths that match what they like to call 'em, not mountain bikers, but natural paths. mixed use natural paths. So we're trying to meet in the middle of what would be beneficial to their riders to not create rogue paths and to also meet what our conservation department deems reasonable.
So right now, they're still requested not to be on those paths, whether they're on a
Yes.
bike and or,
Because a lot of the paths that are there aren't going to be the end result path, the
Okay.
final path. And Camber agrees with us on that as well.
okay, all right, thank you very much. All right, so Annette and then Frankie, oh, you, well,
Just want to make a comment.
sure.
You say around January, maybe be able to. Do you say around January, we may be able to come to an agreement just because of our schedules and timing with it?
So the question was, do you think we'll be able to come to an agreement around January?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think so. But the other issue is once we agree what the path should be, then it has to be constructed and redeveloped and stuff like that. So it might not be open in January.
Be it,
Yes, hopefully.
okay. Frankie?
What are your concerns with a rogue path, for example? To me, it seems like, you know, as a kid, you go in the forest, you make a path. Why is that a bad thing?
Because it's destruction of natural resources there. So we do have some high quality plants there and some native plants that we do not want the rogue trails to go through. So we're working with Camber to create paths that do go through those areas so you can still see it and experience it with creating the minimum damage to that area.
To me, having a designated area for mountain bikers is like the best case scenario for one of our forest preserves, right? I understand we don't want to damage like a endangered species of plant or animal life or anything like that, but I just think what a great use of the space to allow these guys and gals and kids to go in there and mountain bike. But I admit there's a lot I don't know and understand. So,
Well, we're working with them to create those paths.
Okay.
And they do agree. They're also conservationists as well from Camber. So they agree that the paths have to be organized and maintained professionally by them and us through the volunteer program.
all right, good deal. Thank you.
Anything else? All right, seeing no other questions or comments from the commissioners, can I get a motion to adjourn? All in favor? All right, we're adjourned. Oh, yes. So within like a minute or two, can we have everybody that needs to be here for the Retirement Health Insurance Trust? Annette Parker, Cindy Harn, Sherry Newquist, Diane Jaworski, myself, as well as Ralph. So no problem. Thank you for reminding me. Good job. I just got to not look at your sheet because I know.
I write them above in case I need the space below.
Okay.
No.
Thank you again.
I'm not going to. I wasn't planning. I was hoping to sneak out. I got stuff to do. Oh. Good.
Good morning. All right, we're going to start the Retiree Health Insurance Trust meeting today, Thursday, November 7th, 2024 at 9:59. Can I get a roll call, please? Or I'm sorry, Pledge of Allegiance. Tracy, want to start us here?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. All right, now can we get a roll call, please?
Harn, Jaworski, Richmond, Schultz.
Here.
Secretary Newquist, President Parker.
Here.
We have 5, we have a quorum.
All right, moving on to old business. I see we have none. Oh, Jesus, okay. Approval of minutes. Can I get a motion? Motion Newquist, second. Jaworski, all in favor? No, we need a roll call.
Harn, Jaworski, Richmond, Schultz, Newquist, President Parker.
Yes.
We have 5 minutes past.
All right, motion passes. Thank you. All right, old business. I see we have none. Then we'll move on to new business. Number 1, quarterly schedule of bills. Is that motion Newquist, second Schultz, all in favor? Or, I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, previous? Second? All right, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 2, approval of resolution number 24-01, 2025 budget. Motion Richmond, second Jaworski. Sure, Sherry?
I just have one quick question about this. I was looking at the management or the trustee fees, and I've noticed they've increased kind of significantly. Is that because the assets in the plan have increased, or how, I'm not sure how they're determined.
All right, I think do we need a second?
No, you need a motion to use previous rule.
Previous.
Second Richmond, all in favor?
No, Richmond, you can't second. You made the motion. Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, thank you. Motion passes. Do we have a need for executive session? No need. Moving on to reports, we have the quarterly investment report and the quarterly operating statement report. Does anyone have any questions about those? No? All right, our next meeting date is to be determined. Are there any comments by the public? I see none. Any comments by the public? None? All right, comments by trustees? No one? All right, then can I get a motion to adjourn? Motion Newquist, second Richmond, meeting adjourned. Thank you. All in favor? Meeting adjourned. Sorry.
No, you're good.